Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Stephanie Stevens Show. I'm Stephanie Stevens, and today um, on my show I have the fabulous Sweet Pea.
Okay.
hmm And today it's going to be all about girl talk. We're going to have an intimate conversation between me and Sweet Pea about life and life's choices that she has made. And so we're just going to have an open and honest conversation. And that's why I said it's going to be an intimate conversation with Sweet Pea. So I'd like to welcome you to my show, Sweet Pea.
Hey, how are you?
Um, as you know, how long have you been in Toronto?
This is now 7 years.
hmm And do you like Toronto?
To be honest, it's more than I expected to be.
hmm
Very nice place.
So, is your family here? Is your...
Uh, Actually, no, they actually visit me every once in a while,
hmm
but no, they're not here.
Like how many siblings do you have?
On my mom's side, I have four. My dad's side is unconquerable.
Oh. So, I know when you were talking to me in my last show, I had you on here before. Um, we were talking about just life in general and girl talk,
Yeah.
makeup, hair, and all that stuff. But you talked to me. You told me you wanted to be more intimate and candid about your life. So I decided to have Sweet Pea on the show because she really wanted to be more intimate and interactive and very candid about her life story. So today we're gonna talk. I'm gonna ask her a few questions, um, and I know being in Toronto and transitioning. How is it with the men? How is it with the men?
Well, to be honest, it's really overwhelming. They're very supportive. I will say, in terms of normal life, we get along very well. I'm a pretty much open person. Dating life, I'm single at the moment. Um, but otherwise, they're very supportive.
What kind of men do you like? What kind of men are you interested in?
Uh, I'm quite open-minded. Um, but to say that much, uh, most likely the average guy, geeks. I love geeks. I can't help myself.
Oh, the bookworm type.
Yes.
Oh, what do you like about them?
To be honest, they're not. They're very humble. They're very nice. They don't overwhelm themselves. I know most of the sexy ass guys, big muscles and stuff, they overwhelm themselves a little bit too much, and sometimes it could become more about them, than me. If geeks here did do understand, you know, in terms of, just being understandable. It's about them and also you. That's the idea I look at in men.
So, do you like black men?
Oh yes.
Oh. Oh.
Come on.
Coming
Yeah.
from the islands, you've got to like black men.
You said that 10 inches and 11 inches
Oh.
only comes in black shoes.
Mm. Yeah, oh shoot. Oh. But I won't say I've had a few black guys in my day and oh yes. Um, but what do you think the difference is between the way black men treat you as a trans woman and how the nerdy, geeky guys you like treat you as a trans woman?
I just had this thought this evening. In terms of saying that, me and my sisters, but I can say I'm a very secure woman, very independent. I'm very strong,
hmm
and in terms of other guys challenging against me in terms like sexy guys, not geeky or whatever, I think they're lack the understanding. They like control. They like to tell when I'm there, I'm there.
hmm
Be there. So in terms of saying that, you know I I respect a man that have respect 50-50 and not 80-20. In terms of
Okay.
saying that,
hmm
with geeks, they do understand that your time is precious,
hmm
and they respect you more in terms like they bring you meals, they bring you something to drink, they overstep their boundaries and thinking for you most likely, and they think it's really cute.
Okay. Now, I want to step right into something that is more personal to you.
Yeah.
Now, we discussed this earlier in just a um, just pre-chatting and before. The When you first came to Toronto, what did you do for work?
To be honest, when I first came to Toronto, I volunteer at Black Cap. Um, I did a couple of volunteers for 590, just to get into the community.
Mm-hmm.
However, in terms of finding work, it was kind of hard. Being trans, I think a lot of people will misunderstand me because, you know, back in the days it was kind of hard for gay people,
Mm-hmm.
and we come so far in upgrading, which is very great. And gay people could go and get any kind of job anywhere in this, in Canada. But I think for trans, it's about keeping up appearances.
Mm-hmm.
If this person always look, as fishy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
With the co-workers, if the co-workers don't, pass off in any offense, the customers. So when a owner of a business trying to hire a trans woman, it
Mm-hmm.
can be more difficult to find work for trans people, especially for some trans that don't have the education.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying for myself, but I'm just saying in terms speaking of other trans that who want to speak to me or wants, look at me as a very inspiring person,
Mm-hmm.
and they were very open of speaking to me and letting me know some of these things that which I even did see for myself. Um, I have applied for a number of places as a trans woman, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that successful, to be honest to you.
Okay. What was the first, and like you said, you applied for the job, and did you get the interview, or did you get resistance right from when you got the application? Or how did it work? Did you do it online, or were you just showing up in person?
I showed up in person a few times. In person, I had not really the trouble. I did have a few people who was honest to me,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of, I mean, I don't want to call it big companies, but in terms of like they have person told me like, is are you normally keeping up this appearance? Do you normally live your life as this person? How my anger management is, in terms like if so they tell me like for me to be hired is
Mm-hmm.
more of a risk than hiring a normal person or a gay person. I had actually two people that was that honest to me and let me know, well, you may not be hired because you know we don't know who you are and if you can keep up who you are.
That makes sense, though,
Yeah.
to a worker, I mean, to a manager or to a company that is
Yeah.
serious about their image, because
Yeah.
their employees is a representation of their image.
That is true.
Now, when you first, when you said normal,
Yeah.
hiring you as a normal person, don't that you didn't explain to them that this is the way you are and you feel normal and this is how you should be treated. As I understand, it's easier said than done.
Done.
But
Yes.
when I think if you walk into a job confident enough,
Yeah.
um, you can get some sort of attention from the boss if they feel like you are serious. Now, sometimes as trans people,
Yeah.
I know sometimes we can um, we have we don't go into the job looking. I think that's a distraction for me.
What?
The phone,
Yeah.
the phone beeping.
Can you
So should we?
pause?
Can we pause a minute?